Okay.
Hello again, everyone. Ambassador Terry with year 3 of What Are You Doing? And another wonderful guest, friend and colleague, Andy Nowak. Andy, so glad you're here.
Hey, I'm so happy to be here. Terry, Ambassador Terry, you're doing a great job. All these subjects, I think, are vitally important. And, I'm happy to be here. So thank you for the invitation.
And thank you for being here. And ladies and gentlemen, here comes the famous question. Andy Nowak, what are you doing?
Okay, thank you, Terry. Now, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing a lot. So first of all, I'm a leadership coach, and I'm part of the 100 Coaches, Marshall Goldsmith 100 Coaches community. And what I'm doing at the moment is working on leadership behavior. I think lots of people are think about management, and management is, for me, it's only about things. It's about processes, systems, money, budgets. And I think one of the problems is people feel they are being managed as resources and not as people. And I think what we have to do, so they're in transactions, basically. And we see it every day, bad management, we'll move this guy there. And leadership is about people and relationships. And I think there's just too much management and not enough leadership in this world today. That's the basics of it, Terry. What do you think?
I totally agree with you, sir. Vitally important to cultivate leadership. They'll manage later,
Yeah.
You manage right. How many books you have, but you lead people. Right?
That's right. Yeah. And I think, there are too many managers. There are plenty of managers in the world. There just aren't enough leaders. And, I think leadership is basically the rarest and most valuable commodity in the world. And it takes great behavior to have great leadership behavior. And, and I think this is really, really, really vital to companies, because when we see what we see, not to mention any names, we see that people just don't consider people as people, which leads to great resignation, which leads to people, quiet quitting. What we also see is what I call senior quiet quitting. People at the top just can't be bothered anymore to do the job of leadership. So because they're managers. And I think if you call yourself a manager, you're a manager. If you call yourself a leader, then you're on the right tracks to becoming a leader. You can't just call yourself a leader. You have to have work on the behavior of leadership. And I think that this is absolutely vital. And I'm working on a new project. It's called Excited by Success. It's a leadership workshop. And I have identified 56 leadership themes and come up with lots of questions and prompts to help leaders work on different leadership themes. For example, respect, leading teams. What questions do you ask yourself when you're leading teams? And working on competitive advantage. What questions do you think about when you are working on these themes? And this is really, really, really important. We don't ask ourselves enough questions, Terry, I think. And, yeah. We just, you ask most people, what's the best question you've asked yourself today? And how can I help you? It's a great question. I don't think it's the best. The best question, I think, Terry, is how can I be a better? How can I be a better leader? How can I be a better coach, husband, wife, son, daughter, whatever? But how can I be a better? And that takes away the ego out of the equation, because ego is a big hindrance to excellent leadership behavior.
On point. Great point. You notice I had that underneath there, ladies and gentlemen. That's a writer downer, as they say. So, Andy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
This
you.
was, I love it. I love you. You're doing great work. And to get a chance to talk to you is always a treat, sir. So thanks again.
Thank you so much, Terry. That was wonderful. Bit short, but we're getting there little by little. And thank you to all the listeners. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Consortium, the business model for the 21st century.